So hello, and welcome back to SJ Cartier Limited Convos. And I thought I'd take a little stroll today. Bloody hell. Don't know where she just come from her house. And come on and say hello. I'm here. And talk about a couple of things that have kind of like crossed my mind over the last couple of days. And to be honest, it's not just the last couple of days, it's been over a period of time, to be extremely honest. Because I like to think I'm not like closed-minded, and I like to think I'm very open-minded to a lot of different suggestions. And I think I'm very I like to use the word inquisitive. So because I'm so inquisitive, I may think I know so much because I'm so inquisitive, but I'm always trying to learn more and even strengthen my way of thinking. And over the last precisely last couple of days, really, it's really been crossing my mind out. A lot of us don't really know ourselves, and we all seem to think we know it all, and we're all kind of stubborn to kind of listen to somebody else until somebody else is talking about someone else, if that makes sense. So we all think we know what to do in life and what needs to be done, but we don't actually know ourselves to understand whether we're capable of this, whether that is us, or we're trying to be someone that isn't actually us, whether for family, friends, work colleagues, trying to show you're a certain person when you're at work. It could be to a variety of places. It could just be literally for social media, like the amount of people, as I say, that will show that they do charity, but when it comes to actually giving charity to somebody they can see in need, they don't actually do it. But on their social media, they act like that's all they do. So today I'm just kind of thinking, do we really know ourselves? All of us? Like even me, like I feel like I'm over certain sometimes in what my opinion and what I feel, and I will never sway away from my opinion is still my opinion, and I will stand strong on my opinion. That does not mean that I may be 100% right or 100% wrong. And I'm the type of person, sometimes when I talk out of emotion. So when I talk with an emotion, I kind of lose my trail of thought sometimes because I'm so emotional. And if we're kind of knowing ourselves, that's all of us in life. We get very over emotional about something and we lose all reasonability in a situation. And then because we've lost all reasonability, all we care about is the way we think and how we feel. So for me, we all need to start looking at ourselves a bit deeper. Because even as I say with this subject that I've been speaking about over the last couple of days, I feel like a lot of people are looking at other people but not looking at themselves in how they are acting, and they're showing something that we don't want to see. And then it could be the same in like business. I laugh at it and I think some people out here, they will tell their customers that this is the hot product, when in fact they're the only people that find that product hot. Just because you as a group decided you want to make this thing hot doesn't necessarily mean everybody should like it. But we're all seem to be like followers and can't think for ourselves and think, I actually like that for why I like it, or I don't like that for why I don't like that. So it's kind of mad to think still how even a social media, like I was laughing at that hashtag before, TikTok made me buy it. And I can understand, like, yes, TikTok may have brought it to your realization. Yeah, I understand that. But just because it's been brought to your realization that somebody likes it, that doesn't mean that you should like it. You need to research what product it is or understand why you actually like it if it's a collectible. And that's something I think a lot of people are losing like track of. We all need to know ourselves and what we like, what we don't like. When we know ourselves, we'll get to explain that a bit better. And I think that was my issue in like the first video, definitely. I say I kind of was talking out emotion. I came on, I seen something on Loose Women, and I was thinking, wow, this is how people are talking, and this is what's being published to the great British public. And there could be white, black, Asian, all types of people listening to this. And I'm thinking, this is how you're talking for everybody here, but I don't feel like that. I asked my partner how she felt. She doesn't feel like that. So how are you all talking with the same notion and thinking that's not all of us? It's not all of us. It's not all of us. That's your opinion. That's your discussion. Yes, you're valid to your opinion, but just because your opinion is your opinion does not make it facts. And just because you like something and you think something is valuable does not mean somebody else does. And just because you think it's worth a certain price, somebody might actually think that is worth a lot more. And we see that. Sometimes we can see that, like, even in the football card, I find it quite funny how a lot of people will promote a product that they don't actually feel happy with. They just have to promote it. Because a lot of people, as I say as well, they don't live off themselves. They live off other people. They live off trying to use other people and make out that they're the special person. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So even for me, when I first started on like little whatnot, for example, I realised that a lot of people try to train your thoughts into what is a good set and what isn't. Train your thought as to what you should collect and what you shouldn't. And I started to realise, like, this is quite funny, man. Like, how are you telling me how to spend my money? Because when my money is gone, are you giving it me back? Are you reimbursing me? Because now this player, for example, is just whack. And you said this is the player to invest in. Who do we blame? Yourself, because you followed what the influencer told you was a good player and you went with it. You went and blowed your own money. That's like going into the casino and a man telling you 5 is coming next. How the hell do you know 5 is coming next? Like, I say 5 because 5 is my number when I was in the roulette, playing roulette. If you know me, you know 5 is my number. 5 section, 0 section. So if you come to me and said, oh, put all your money on 5, and that's my favourite number, then maybe, yes, I may go with it because it's my favourite number. I actually like that number. If you came to me and said, oh, put all your money on 28, it's coming out, and I don't like it, why would I do that? I don't like it, so why would I take that risk? But then I see this is what a lot of people are doing. Even with these marches, people are taking risks to take their children out to go to these protests. How are you taking your children to a protest? What common sense is that? So you're going to bring your children to a violent situation where it could get violent and bring them around police, and it don't make sense. That's because you're following what other people are doing and you're not thinking for yourself, your safety of your own children. You're not thinking for yourself. Think for yourself, people. Because I feel like we're losing ourselves. A lot of English people thinking they're losing their identity. I think a lot of people in the world have lost their identity and don't know who they are. They don't really know what they like. They don't try new things. So for me, as I say, I'm black, I'm English, and I'm Muslim. So you see, for me, I have an open eyes to all different people just because of the person I already am. As I'm English, I have to get along with all English people until they become racist. As I'm black and Caribbean, I have to get along with black and Caribbean people until I think these are just nasty people. I have to get along with all Muslims or Asian people because I understand Islam may be a lot of people. Yes, there's a lot of Indians, but you can tell, for me, I can tell the difference between an Indian and a Pakistani man. I can presume who's Muslim and I can presume who's Sikh. So for me, I also have to be more aware of the Asian man because a lot of them are Muslim, and realise you can't harm a Muslim and you got to do good to a Muslim or a non-Muslim, as some people like to think. It's not that. Actually, when you understand it, you have to be good to a non-Muslim and extra good to a non-Muslim, because that non-Muslim is also a Muslim whether they realise it or not in our deen. regardless of whether that's a truthful statement to you. That's why we believe. So because we believe like that, we can't harm a Muslim and we can't harm a non-Muslim, whether they have understood the religion, whether they get the deen or not. But a lot of people will go again from what they hear on propaganda and what they think is what's going on. And in fact, it's not actually going on. It's what somebody wants you to believe is going on. And it's not actually your opinion. You're just following another person's opinion. So out here, I just thought I'd take a walk, take a stroll, and kind of remind people that I'm an outside person. Just because I'm indoors, don't think I'm not an outside guy. I'm just a family man now, so life has to be different. So as I say, marches, for example, I can't, like, it's been carnival this season. You know me, on the road, I'll be going a carnival every year. And to be honest, I used to go multiple carnivals, big carnivals, small carnivals. Yeah, you know me, you know. Now I'm a family man. I took my family to Bristol Carnival because that was the most local carnival to me. But other than that, I haven't took them to carnival because I'm a family man and they didn't like the atmosphere of the crowding at the time. So for me to just go to carnival and I don't live local to a lot of people that will be going, it's very hard for me. Also, because my lifestyle's changed, as I say, it's different for me now. It's not to say I will never go carnival again, because I definitely will. But it's to understand, sometimes you need to recognise who you are and not just follow who people are. Do you get that? So I'm a country boy. Yeah? Whether my country was a city or a town or a village, me a country boy. Yeah? Me live in West Bromwich, me from Birmingham. But me love country, me love go out of town. So if you understand me, like, you know I'm out in this country right now. And that's me. That's me. That's what even my partner wants. That's what the children wanted, to be extremely honest, except for two at the time. One now, he seems to be loving life over here, supposedly. You know what I'm trying to get at? The other one, she's loving life here. Forget what honestly, let's keep it real. We don't, as parents, sometimes you have to realise it's not what the kids feel, it's what you know is better for your children while they are children. So we know it's better for her to live here and grow up here than it was for her to go to school in London. A lot of the things that happen in London schools didn't want her around them. Let alone, I'm a crazy man. So things happen running, me would have been at the school. I mean, I want to deal with attitude. So yeah, we all have to recognise ourselves, where we're going, who we are, and stop following people, man. Stop listening to what people are saying without researching it for yourself. Because even I realised, I put in my little post, my little video, and I see how a lot of followers are just trying to jump on bandwagons and try and follow what their last person said. And I'm laughing, thinking you're probably the same person because you're just trying to come quick and you're doing it in minutes. You're not doing it like, oh, I've seen it now and then I've seen it an hour later, because I do watch my analytics. Can see real-time views of what people are doing. You know what I'm trying to say? So as I view that, I realise, ooh, you might be just the same people together. We thought, let's comment together and try to get some of these comments hidden. Sorry for this, but to you. You know what I'm trying to say? You're just a follower. You're following each other's energy. None of you actually thinking for yourself. You're not, you're just following. So I find you funny. I find you lost. I find you a waste of space, to keep it real. You know what I'm trying to say? So, my message for today, while I take my little stroll out here, is be yourself. Know yourself. Don't follow people. Understand, if you hear something, have a little look into it, research it. Just because everybody's saying it doesn't mean it's true. Because Chinese whispers, as I say, Chinese whispers, I use that analogy very much so. And if we all remember in school, Chinese whispers, it could have been the simple sentence of, I love you. And suddenly it's turned to, James wants to kiss Marcia. on the butt, like some crazy stuff. Like, do you understand? That's how things will get misled as one person tells another. So understand yourself, know yourself, love who you are, and don't love what another person feels like because they feel like that. Not to say you can't love it the same, not to say you have to hate it, just to understand what you love and don't follow what other people love or feel. So yeah, thank you for joining SJ Cartier Limited Convos, and I'll leave you with a little view of the surrounding. I'll take a little stroll. I was supposed to get a little cigarette on the go. Well, not cigarette, but you know what I mean. Supposed to, you know what I mean. Ooh, you nearly slipped down that hill, Imagine that would have been nuts. Imagine. All I mean, take a little stroll. But yeah, man. Enjoy your day. It's Monday, start of the week. Start something fresh. Start something new.